Esther, called when comfort was not an option. Esther chapter 4. There are moments in life when silence feels safer than obedience. Moments when you know something must be done, but doing it may cost you comfort, security, or approval. This is where Esther found herself. Her story is not about a crown. It is about courage under pressure and purpose that refuses to stay quiet. Esther's position: comfort with a cost. Esther was a queen. She lived in the palace. She wore royal clothes. She had protection, food, and safety. But behind the comfort, there was a secret. Esther was Jewish, and no one in the palace knew. Outside the palace walls, danger was rising. A decree had been signed, an order to destroy her people completely. Men, women, children, no mercy, no escape. And Esther was sitting in the very place where help could come from, but speaking could cost her life. The pressure of responsibility. When Esther heard the news, fear entered her heart. Not fear for herself alone, but fear of what responsibility was asking of her. Then Mordecai sent her a message. He didn't comfort her. He didn't soften the truth. He said, quote, "Do not think that because you are in the king's house, you alone will escape." In other words, comfort does not cancel responsibility. Esther now had to face a hard truth. She could stay silent and feel safe, or speak up and face the unknown. The word that changed everything. Then Mordecai sent another message, a sentence that pierced her heart. Quote, "And who knows but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this?" Unquote. That question carried weight. It forced Esther to look at her life differently. What if the crown was not a reward, but an assignment? What if her position was not for pleasure, but for purpose? Esther's inner struggle. Esther knew the law. No one could approach the king without invitation, not even the queen. One wrong step meant death. So she stood at a crossroads: fear or faith, safety or obedience, silence or responsibility. This is where many of us stand today, when speaking up feels risky, when obedience feels uncomfortable, when calling feels heavy. The moment of surrender. Then Esther made a decision. She did not pretend she wasn't afraid. She did not deny the danger. She asked for prayer. She asked for fasting. And then she said words that still echo through history. Quote, "If I perish, I perish." Unquote. This was not hopelessness. This was surrender. She placed her life in God's hands. She chose obedience over control. She stepped forward, even trembling. What Esther teaches us today. Esther teaches us that God's purpose often interrupts comfort. Calling usually comes with pressure, and responsibility is proof that God trusts you. If you feel uncomfortable where you are, if something keeps pulling at your heart, if silence no longer gives you peace, it may not be anxiety. It may be purpose calling your name. Closing. Call to action. If this story spoke to you, it's because God is still speaking today. If you want more Bible stories explained with deep meaning and real-life application, subscribe to this channel, like this video to support the message, and watch out for the next video, because the story God is telling in your life is not finished yet. Remember this: you were not placed where you are by accident. You are here for such a time as this. See you in the next video.